Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports, back with your 7 NFL preseason games for Saturday the 15th of August. Hope everybody's enjoyed the preseason so far. Remember, these games don't count. Be careful how much you're going here. You want to do some fun bets. That's what I'm here for, to help you with these. You want in our top plays, they're going to be in the sports that matter right now: MLB, WNBA. I got some props action, and of course CFL. So top play will be in the CFL tonight. Make sure you check it out. You get in on my 3-pack for today. It will be 3-pack all sports. So play an MLB, play in CFL, and either a WNBA or a prop. I'm waiting on some final information on that, but you'll get all of them. 2 weeks, 99s. That's usually $600 value, actually a little more with all the extra sports going now. Just $99 through the Super Bowl. It's usually $749 for just football through the Super Bowl. I'm throwing in all sports included, so it should be over $2,700. Get it for just $749. Text your name. Tell me which one you want. 574-333-8717. Okay, NFL. Going to go through these games quickly. As I say, these don't count. I can't be more clear about that. Be careful. Cleveland and the Bears. Cleveland minus 3.5, total 40. I get why Cleveland's favored here. You have the quarterback battle. What happens with Watson and Sanders? That'll be what happens all this preseason. I really do think, obviously, Watson's going to get the start, but I think Sanders has a good chance to uproot him. I think the Browns would rather move on from Watson, and him having a really good season could cause a problem with that. But I do think you take Cleveland minus 3.5. I think they'll play the first ones and twos a little longer because of that. Give me Cleveland minus 3.5. Minnesota and the Giants. Minnesota minus 2, total 42.5. Once again, another quarterback battle, sort of. They've already named Kyler Murray the starter in Minnesota, but J.J. McCarthy, of course, still doesn't think he's out of it. Total's 42.5 here. I think you take Minnesota minus 2. I do think McCarthy's going to have something to prove, and I think he'll play pretty well here against a Giants team that isn't the deepest team and would probably just prefer to not have to risk any injuries this preseason. Give me Minnesota. Next game, Carolina and Buffalo. Buffalo minus 3, total 38.5. Of course, big news. The new stadium is going to be open in Buffalo, so excited to see. I've seen some of the highlights and, on social media, but we'll see it for real here, so I'm excited to watch this game. I think Buffalo plays a little inspired because of that, and I do think Buffalo is the play here, minus the 3. L.A. and Kansas City. Kansas City minus 2.5, total 35.5. Of course, the aging Chiefs, I think, would just prefer to not have to play any starters. Of course, they will dabble a little here and there, but I think the Rams are actually the deeper team of these two, and I like the Rams plus 2.5. I think Chiefs might be up early, but I think the Rams' depth will be too much for them late. I like the Rams plus the 2.5. Next, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Game Jacksonville and New Orleans. New Orleans favorite minus 1.5, total 35.5. And quietly, I've heard whispers that this is going to be the team that wins this division this year in the South, and I mean the Saints. And I can see why. Their close to the season was as good as anybody else in that division. And I think it carries over a little bit here. I think Rattler's going to start here. It sounds like. Give me New Orleans minus 1.5. Next game, Philly and Baltimore. A couple games left. Baltimore underdog here. Philly minus 3.5, total 36.5. Of course, remember how good John Harbaugh was. He didn't lose a preseason game for, 5 or 6 years. Obviously, he's moved on to the Giants now, and I don't think we'll see that same good preseason record. I think Philly's the play here. I think Philly wants to prove that A.J. Brown, a subtraction of A.J. Brown is actually a positive for this team, and I think Philly will come out inspired and play pretty good football on both sides of the ball. I like their depth, minus 3.5 here, Philly. Dallas and Seattle, last game, of course, the champs. Seattle Seahawks minus 3, total 38. I hate to say this because I've been a bet against Dallas guy for 15 years. I always think they're overrated. I actually think this Dallas team is going to be really good this year, and I think it's because of depth. When they let Parsons go, of course, it traded him. People question, but this team's better because of it, because of all the depth they've been able to spread that money around instead of just paying one player. I like Dallas here, plus the 3. All right, that's what we like for today. Now, don't forget, these are not counting games, so be careful. I'm not going to have a premium play on any of them. Maybe next week, maybe not. But I do have top play is going to be a CFL. Right now we're on a 14-4 run with one game pending tonight. So either 15-4 or 14-5, but either way, been really hot. Make sure you get on my 3-pack, 2 weeks, $99 through Super Bowl 749. Text your name, 574-333-8717. The only place you get on that. And of course, these are all sports. So you're getting them at like 80-90% instead of having to buy them individually. Make sure you text me to get it. Good luck. See you again tomorrow.